Okay, we are back from vacation. We had 8 days off. I've traded the last 2 days. It's nice to be back running the chat room again. I have not had a losing trade in 2 days, so I'm pretty proud of that. I kind of tiptoed my way back into the market. I was a little skittish. Having been away from the market, I told our members that, I can look at the charts and see what happened while I was gone and kind of get a feel, but it's not the same as having been there tick by tick. And trading it, you get a better feel. So I felt a little bit like a fish out of water, so eased my way back into it. I think I've had 5 trades in the last 2 days, all green though, so I'm happy about that. And now today the Dow was down over 500 points. So how to handle tomorrow? This is not a typical free pick video. I hope to get back into those next week, but I wanted to send something out, let everybody know we're back, and kind of let you know how I'm handling tomorrow after a day like today. The only thing I know how to do is to build a list of stocks that have gotten killed, which real easy, right, after today. But and then start my day with that list and then see what happens. So I'm just going to show you a few here. Now, how to trade them, that's a different story. We'll have to look on an intraday basis for some setups that we like. But it's nice to have a list. I actually like a day like tomorrow. It's nice to have a list of stocks that have just gotten killed. To me, that's sort of my sweet spot and a way I like to trade. Let's look at it. HGSI is one, and I'm just going to breeze through a few here. PTEN is probably one of my favorites because it was so super strong before we went on vacation. If you take the last week or two out of it, you see how strong it was, and now it's just off a cliff like everything else, but does have some support in this area. So that's one of the ones I'll really be focusing on. MDR, several days down, but a big one today. Now, again, a lot of charts look like this. AKS just off a cliff here. HUN, ECA, and like I said, I didn't even go through that many charts, but these are some that I like. PCS, after that gap down, 3 big red days. Had a nice trade in PCS today, actually. Avon, AVP, Owens Corning, OC. Now I know this, you're going to view this as not very helpful because the only way I'm going to take any of these stocks is on ACI was the last one. I'll go back to that, and then TIE, and that's already a bigger list than I want to start with. But there's a list of several stocks that meet our volume parameters. I like to have them average at least 1 million shares a day to make them more tradable for our chat room members. And meet our way oversold list. Now, am I going to dive into any of these at the open? Absolutely not. I'll let the market unfold as it wants to for the first 15 or 20 minutes, get a feel, and then we might have some plays. It's all about, to me, I think my vacation was a little bit cathartic because it's sometimes when you step away, you come back and you can kind of, it's more simple than when you're in it day in, day out. You can kind of get lost in the fog. And just not to oversimplify it, but to me, it's all about being extremely patient, waiting for the setups, watching the market, seeing how things are reacting, and then you kind of get a feel, and then maybe take an entry and take it small to get your feet wet, and you can always build a position if it's working in your favor and so on. So anyway, I'm not going to babble too long. I'm going to follow up tomorrow night or Saturday morning with a video talking about what we did with any of these, if anything, to give you kind of a feel what goes on in our chat room. But I know this isn't a normal free pick list. It's sort of a here's our watch list and how we're handling after a big 500-point down day in the Dow. And I know it's not necessarily helpful to show you some symbols that have gotten killed. But as soon as the market calms down, hopefully sometime next week we'll have a video out with a free pick with an, here's your trigger, here's your stop type thing. But anyway, that's how we're going to handle tomorrow. And look for a follow-up video either tomorrow night or Saturday morning. A couple comments from our members from the past 2 days. A lot of new signups took advantage of our vacation special. We had a guy yesterday who said first time in the room, $400 profit, which is nice because his special was $200 for a year, so he's already paid for his year twice in the first day. Pretty happy for him. Have other people following our advice in paper trading, but doing well. 240 profit on paper trading. Someone else made 152 yesterday. Somebody accused me of having a crystal ball because they're 3 for 3 since they joined yesterday. So anyway, stuff like that makes me proud. I feel like I'm keeping people safe, and we'll keep our eyes on the market tomorrow and follow up with a video. And look for that video. We'll talk to you then. Have a good night.